Hello everybody, welcome to this week's ITL. Actually this week I'm doing it on the front porch here. Now I know we're pretty close here, and I apologize for the air conditioner noise. It's gotta be what it's gotta be. Even though you still like sun around right now, it's been threatening rain off and on. So I figure go ahead and just shoot it here, be done. Something I've been putting off, I want to go ahead and share with you guys this week. Is actually something that was been gifted to me. This nice little pack for the ham radio. Yeah, I'm kind of looking down at my phone to see, make sure I get everything in picture a little bit here. This is actually, I don't even know what the name of these packs are, but it's velcroed on, strapped on. Got two individual packs on it. This one here you see is fuller, but I'll go ahead and start going over this to show you what I've done with it, just to fit my needs and my wants. First thing is on top, of course, this is just a cheap Leatherman. You never know we're going to need it. Actually, being a cheap one, this has got another purpose that normally you don't use them for. This here is just a cheap compass that came with something else. I threw on it, kind of handy. They'll tell directions whenever you're out in the woods or off the beaten path, we'll call it. But we'll go ahead and move on to the interior of this. The interior, this side here, actually you open it up and you can actually set the top here. I have nothing in that pocket. This is actually a work in progress, because this is kind of a bag to grab, take with me. It's basically, I carry this a lot with me, around with me, whenever I'm going on a bike. I do take things out of here for whenever I'm around the house or whatever, my radio on it. But this here, it opens up. You can set the cords down so it can only go so far. That's why it was set whenever I got it. Sorry, and that's why I just left it there. But interior, you can see I got my radio in there. I have cordage, my UV5R, the Baofang. I have the better of the, I have two mics in it. I got one in my hard case, my ammo case, and I got one in here. So this one here, the better of the two mics I use. The 18-inch whip antenna, and something else that was gifted with this. UHF, VHF. I can't remember the name of these. Slim Jims, I believe they were called. I mean, you get them for like around $20-30. Set up for the UV5R on the connections, and basically you just, like the wire antennas I have, you hook up to the cordage, toss cordage up in the tree, you wind it up as high as you can go, you can get it, and this goes for UHF and VHF. But that's basically all I have. Which, like I said, this is a project that is ongoing. Let's try to get most of this stuff back in. I have plans that I'm going to be putting a notepad in this side, along with some markers, those pens. That way, whenever you can jot down notes, contacts, whatever. It's always good to have a pen and paper anyway, no matter what you're doing around. Hold on a second. Drop my antenna. There you go. Sorry about that. The antenna is just flexible. Just curls around and fits right in. Now the other side, this is going to be pretty quick. The other side, I mean, like I said, it's a project in the middle of the process of putting it together. And this was my thinking, and I might change it because the UV5R is actually growing. Because I use it, I use it, but it's growing. So I mean, that's something in the future. Got a little strap here. I got to bolt this in. This side here is pretty flat right now because it only has a couple things in it. Now, in this side, it's got a pouch on top. Nice little stretch band on the flap. This side here, I got just a Sharpie marker. This side here, I got a pen. Just a ballpoint pen. I don't have my little notepad. In fact, I lent it out to give it out to somebody who needed some paper, and I never got it back. So I just go to the dollar store, get another one. Yes, I get it at the dollar store. Now this here, yeah, the person who gave me this will recognize it. I still have it in the Altoids can because it fits perfect. Look in the Altoids can, you got a little cord, a little cord. Got the 3.5 connectors. This is a key, double paddle key. Now this was actually, oh, it's a QRP, guys. Limbic paddle is what it is. And this is actually, you can get this in a kit whenever you order these. I had this gifted to me, so it was like I didn't have to put it together, but you can get these in the kits. And what it does is it has, right here it has this where you can set this each side for dits and daws. This here is the 3.5 plug that goes from here to the QRP, like the Pixie, which eventually I'll have the Pixie in here. And what I have done to this is basically not much at all, really. The paddles were bent a little bit because they're just flimsy metal. They were bent a little bit, and I adjusted. If you don't know if you can see in there, there's a screw with a washer, and what it is, the washer makes contact with the paddle, and that's what gives you dits and daws. That washer, I was doing some research on these, and that washer seems to be inadequate. It goes a little bit bigger and it'll do a better job. This is just a beginner thing, guys. I mean, you can get these for, I think it was between 10 to 20 bucks times, and you put them together. And I'm very grateful that I got this to hand. This will be the one I'll be using, but I'm going to be doing a few minor adjustments, like changing that washer out, straightening out the paddles a little bit more, just so it's not quite so bendy whenever I'm trying to do it. It's not going to be a good paddle, no doubt. It'll be a usable paddle though, or key call. But yeah, it fits back into the Altoids cans, really nice and neat, easy to carry. I'll have to find another Altoids can or something that'll fit my Pixie in. That way I can have them both in here and ready to use, because my thought on it is this is going to be the pack that I'll be grabbing to go on the bike or camping or anything. And the only thing it's not going to fit in this pack is a 40-meter antenna. And I might be able to figure something out for that also. But in the back here, all I want to do, got little loops too on top. But what I want to do is be able to get the Pixie kit in here, get the key in here, and maybe get a keyer for it. Same thing, idea, kits, you know. And I want to make it so there's somewhat water resistance eventually, you know, little cases for them and everything, but still be able to fit in here. That way, it's just a grab one pack for the bike, or for even if I'm going for a walk in the woods. Grab one pack and go. I already have the ammo can set up, the plastic ammo can set up in case for ham radio. And I'm taking a couple things out of it to complete this kit that I have duplicates of, which is just fine. But yeah, I mean, in my thoughts, this is almost perfect. If I had a little bit, I'll figure out how to do it later on, but I'll have a little bit more room. But you can see I got lots of room in the back here. If I really wanted to, and it has different little connectors and everything. So you see it really, you can get it to expand out pretty well. And things I'm going to be adding to this. For the UV5R, actually, I've got a battery eliminator coming for this, because my solar battery pack, charger pack, it died on me. I mean, I've had it for 3-4 years now, but it died on me. And I was thinking about how I can charge my batteries up or keep running with my radio, because normally I'm going to be around the SUV or the motorcycle. Motorcycle has the cigarette lighter plugs on it. I can plug the battery eliminator right in there and keep going. And actually, eventually, I like to get a magnet battery antenna for the bike that I can transport from the bike to the SUV. That way, no matter what, I'm going. In an emergency situation, I got UHF, VHF up and running. I'll have 40 meter QRP up and running, just by grabbing this little bag and possibly having the for the SUV, I'll have the ammo can, the plastic ammo can. That doesn't have the 40 meter in it, but this will. This is easy enough to grab. And what I'm planning on doing, I dropped the multi-tool, but what I'm planning on doing is hooking up around the sides here, got the two straps, and actually hooking up a little, like a rope or a sling type thing. That way I can throw it over the shoulder and just go on with the walk and stuff, because my walking is limited anyway. But yeah, everything here, well, the case, the key, I mean, not the key, the key. I don't have a key yet. There's a difference. The antenna, the extra antenna, I mean, this was all gifted to me, and the person knows who did it, and I'm very, very grateful for it. I'm thrilled to have them, because I mean, this is something I've been wanting to put together. I want something that I can just grab and go, and this is just the perfect size for that. Perfect size. I wish I knew the name of the case, but I mean, I know Ron C has one similar to this. He'll know the names of them. But yes, they do unhook and Velcro in the center. These are just set up for that. You can see right there. It'll work. It'll work just fine. But this is what I've been holding off with. It's a project that's ongoing. It's actually fun doing this type of thing. I actually, every morning I try to get on to what they call the morning net, and it's kind of nice to be able to talk to others, and it's just a social thing on 440. And do I get it on all the time around here? No. With the right antennas, I can get on it. Do I need high power? Absolutely not for what I'm doing. I'm not planning on talking around the world. I'm not licensed for that right now. So it's all cool. It's all cool. This is MuzzleMike. Hope you all have a great week. Signing. Oh, little reminder, I may or may not have the ITL for next week up. I apologize ahead of time if I don't. Next week is actually a special week for me, and I figured I'll go ahead and I might just end up skipping the ITL. And I'll let it out there. I mean, I don't normally like to throw it out. I do let people know. My birthday is on the 15th. I don't work on my birthday, so I've been like that since I was a kid. You can't get me to work on my birthday. It's the way of me celebrating my birthday, unless I want to. And I'm thinking, since next week is kind of jumbled together, I am basically going to probably take the ITL off. If nothing else, I'll throw something really small together and have it, but it's not going to be really anything. And I apologize ahead of time. It's just the way I run my birthday, even the week. But this is MuzzleMike yet again. Sorry, I'm saying this again. Hoping you all have a great week. Signing out.